All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the true power with General Sara Seti kick back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. That's right, family. We black again. Ring the alarm. KingSeti.com online marketplace. That's right. 25% off at this time. All you had to do is go to the sales tab, click that tab, and boom, all these beautiful products will appear. And all of them is 25% off. Going over there right now, family. Enjoy yourself. We got the classic Jurassic DVD lectures by the General Sara Seti, t-shirts and hoodies for the kings and the queens. We got African and Kemetic jewelry also for your family. We got the holistic herbal tonics and remedies. Black seed. We got the natural men tonic, extra strong. You don't want to be playing no games, brother. You feel me? Organic immunity booster. We got you. Home decor accessories for every room in the house, living room, dining room, kitchen, bathroom. We got you. Get with us. KingSeti.com, 25% off at this time. Class is not in session. GeneralSeti.com, Seti University. Over 900 videos on African heritage, spirituality, history, nation building, advanced African academics, developing the Black nation one lesson at a time to complete General Sara Seti website, binging on Black Power, family, the ancient, the now, and the future. Highlighting right now how Zeus Amon became the Kemetic devil, the uncut version. Also biological warfare on the Black community, just two daggers that I threw in there. You understand, to let you know that that's how we do it. You see, that's how we do it. GeneralSeti.com, Seti University. Get over there and binge on Black Power. General Seti popping on Patreon, BPC making noise. We never calm. Exclusive live stream, too hot to handle on YouTube and any other tube. Highlighting Ogun versus Hemdall at this time. We'll be going live tomorrow. We'll be going live tomorrow for a fact. For a fact. Dropping them facts and them axes in they back. That's right. Also, gatekeepers of the occult world. Baron Samedi Anubis. You got to get over there and dig into that metaphysical science so you can understand the Black divinity in you is also, apparent in the deities, because you the deity. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube pages. King Seti, General Seti, Sara Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. When you rock the notification bell, make sure that you specify all notifications. God damn it. You just hit the bell. That don't mean nothing. You got to let them know. Make sure you get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it, share it with your family and friends, and comment. Just be respectful, because I will ban your ass. You be up out of here, nigga. We'll never find you again. Period. All right. Today we starting up. We ain't gonna stop. They say, oh man, this nigga said he dropping. Yeah. And we ain't gonna stop. We gonna let them know. You understand, it's time for the MVP to take the flow. You feel me? Okay, today we dealing with some very powerful information. You see, the ancient, the now, and the future. You see, you want to know how you win championships, you look at the last championship you won. Ain't much different. Tweak it a little bit and then get on the floor and win that game. That's what it's about. You don't invent. You ain't got to reinvent the wheel. And you ain't got to reinvent the wheel. We on Facebook too, General Seti. Y'all know how we do. And so, okay, we dealing with why the ancient Egyptian pyramids are 100% pure African genius. I see niggas out there still trying to steal. Man, boy, I tell you, boy, it's some inferior niggas out here today, man. I wouldn't even dare give a nigga, even call a nigga name. It's some inferior niggas out here today. Straight up. I don't even see how they even come with the shit they come with. But I guess, this is This is Hollyweird, or whatever the fuck it is. But today, we're going to be dropping nothing but serious facts. Matter of fact, let me get on here. Okay, let me get that out of there. Let me go to work real quick. We got a 3-peat tonight, family. We got a 3-peat. Y'all know, and that's how we gonna do it all the time. It ain't gonna drop less than that. You understand what I'm saying? If anything, it'll go up. Shit, I've been around the 4-peat on y'all ass. All right. We're looking at the map, and what we got to understand. See, a lot of people think that when they see the pyramids of Giza, those are the and I won't even say the 3. 2 are the largest pyramids. You got Menkaure, which is the 3rd pyramid, and it's not, it's not in the top 3. You see, it's not in the top 3. You got Seneferu's 2 pyramids, or the Red Pyramid, and the Bent Pyramid. Both are bigger than Menkaure. So Menkaure may be the 5th largest, if I'm not mistaken. And so what you're looking at is pyramid fields. See, I don't want y'all to think that the Egyptians just did it a few times. You see what I'm saying? You got to understand, it's a highway of pyramids. See? And that's what they don't talk about. They don't want to show that. And we have to show it, because I can't find no damn pyramids outside of Africa. You understand what I'm saying? I can't find none. Now, a lot of people call the little mud mounds that they see in America. I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you. You see what I'm saying? I'm with you. I understand you're trying to compare to big sister Egypt. I know you're trying, but you're not quite there. Mud mounds are not pyramids, and I'm not gonna let you get away with that shit neither. If you was in geometry class, you know what a pyramid is, okay? And I want you to be geometrically correct when you say these things. A lot of people out here talking about, the pyramids all over. You goddamn lie. Only in Africa, where you got freestanding structures that come to a point and where you could geometrically call it a pyramid. Okay? We talking about excellence today now. We got to deal with excellence. I can't let you underachieve out there. Okay, let me get this out the way. Let me go to work. So you see here, you're looking at, you got some of the top pyramid fields, of course, Giza, Zayat, Al Aran, Abu Gharaib, Abu Sir, Memphis, Saqqara, Dashur, El List. You see all of these areas got pyramid fields. And you can go to them pyramid fields. It could be 3, 4, 5, 6 pyramids at each field. Egypt has over at least 130 some odd pyramids, which, they don't talk about that. And then along with Nubia having more than Egypt. Nubia got over 200 and maybe 250 odd pyramids. So together, there is close to 400 pyramids between Egypt and Nubia. Okay, and so when you look at, you see here, if you look to the left again, you seeing the pyramids. Now they're on the left. You see, they on the left, and so which is the west. You see, which is the west, and so the west was the cardinal point of the setting sun. And so that was considered where, the abode of the dead. And so, most of the mortuary temples and pyramids was on the left-hand side or of the Nile. Okay. And then on the right-hand side, these were their living quarters. You see? And so again, Giza, Abu Sur, Saqqara, Dashur, you even see more there. Meidum, Hawara, Lahun. So you see there's pyramid fields all up and down the Nile. Man, when I got there and I looked, man, you could look up the Nile and they so tall, you could just see them lined up, and they could be 10, 20 miles up the river. You could just see them, you could see the tips of them all up the river. I say, damn, this is like unbelievable. You see what I'm saying? This is like even a movie couldn't recreate what I saw. You see? And so what you have to understand, when people try to steal Egypt, and you understand, we have to lay it out for you. Just like yesterday, I laid out the river, showing you that geologically, Ethiopia is the mother of Egypt. Thank you, family. Thank you for your support. You know, geologically, you see, when you talk about the Blue Nile coming up out of Ethiopia, Lake Tana is the source of the Blue Nile. Lake Victoria, the criminally renamed Lake Victoria in Africa, is the source of the White Nile. They come down and they become one river at Khartoum in Sudan and come down to the Mediterranean right there, the mouth of the Nile. That's where it let out into the Mediterranean. So that's the end of the river. You see, so again, just like Dr. Ben taught me, you see the highest development is at the end. You see, because all of the development then took place up the river. So when they get down into Egypt, they're performing at their highest abilities. You see, they're performing at their highest ability. And you see, which we will show, that the development, you can see as they coming down the river, is they having all the flaws. You understand what I'm saying? They're reaching towards perfection. And when they get down to Giza, which is damn near the last pyramid, it is the last pyramid field, even though you got I think that's Abu Ross. It's an Arabic name. But it's only one pyramid down there, and that was Jet-free. And I believe that was one of the sons of Khufu. So it wasn't a pyramid field. So Giza, where you got the three largest pyramids, is the last pyramid field. All the other ones is, where there are earlier pyramids. Then some down there are after Giza. You understand what I'm saying? But you see that at Giza, they reach perfection, and that all of the flaws are in the south. You cannot show no development outside of Africa. You see? And I'll prove that. Now, when you look to the right, you see the mountains that are in, as you start to go up towards Ethiopia. You see? When you start to go up towards Ethiopia, you're going into the highlands. You see, and so you see all of these mountains. And see, a lot of those mountains are volcanoes. Remember that. I believe Mount Kilimanjaro was about a volcano. It might be a dormant volcano, but it is a volcano. So you see, when you talk about the Greeks called the structures pyramids, house of fire. You see, house of Ra, because you have to understand what was happening in Egypt. You see, when you go in the temples and you look at the columns that's in the temples, you will see at the top, at the capital of the column, you'll see lotuses, you will see papyrus. You see, these is all, areas in Africa. Like if you go up the Nile into Sudan, they got an area which I'm going to highlight that nobody highlights. You understand? They talk about the Nile River. I'm going to go places that nigga mine can't even, wouldn't dare to know to go. You see what I'm saying? We're talking about the Sud. We're talking about the Sud swamps up in Sudan. And that's another branch of the Nile. It branches off from the Nile. And it blew my mind how many rivers are actually tributaries to the Nile. It's rivers all in Africa. They show you that one river, but they don't show you all the tributaries that's going off into the other, different parts of the Africa. You see what I'm saying? Because then you're going to know that it was a lot of influence from all over Africa. But in the Sud area is where you got them swamps, them papyrus swamps and so on and so forth. And so what they was doing in Egypt, really what they was doing is recreating the South in stone. You see, Egypt was the South in stone. The area where they came from, listen to me now, when I tell you this, and most people that do their research know that they referred to the South, in they so-called Medunata, and we're, but there's other ways to know that. They referred to the South as the land of the gods and goddesses. Now, in they so-called Medunata, it's called Tanetaru, okay, land of the gods and goddesses. So this is the area where their gods and goddesses come from. Now, even the old Cro-Magnon Neanderthal will say that. And then at the same time, he act as if they don't. Why would they gods and goddesses come from the South if they themselves wasn't from the South? That don't make no damn sense. You see, but that's a point that need to be made. You see, and so when you look at the pyramid, you're looking at the volcanoes in Africa. You see, and that played a very important part in the divinity and the spirituality of Ptah, because he was the craftsman. He was the lord of the craftsmen. He was the deity of the craftsmen, the ironsmiths. You see what I'm saying? Those who smelted iron, and you see what I'm saying? And so he was the god of craftsmen, because they said that he himself created the world as one who wields the hammer. You see, beat the heavens out. And so he was the lord of the craftsmen, the ironsmiths. You see, and so was Ogun. You see, and Ptah is a lot like Ogun. Ogun is a lot like Ptah. Let me make that clear. Okay, and so again, when you look at the pyramids, what they were doing were duplicating the area in which they came from, the Holy Land, up south, down north. Why do we say up south? Because we came from the southern regions. That's the top. We came down the river, okay? We in sequence. So the bottom, which is Egypt, is the bottom, of course, So at the bottom, which is Egypt, that is the bottom to us. Europe is on the bottom of the earth to us, and you can tell because it's so cold. It's out of the peripheral of the sun. You see what I'm saying? And so any area, we at the top, and of course at the top you closest to the sun. That's the top. Period. Okay, so let's dig into some of this science, because we shooting today. And so again, you see the volcanoes. So these are volcanoes that you see. They may be dormant volcanoes, and you got to understand down there, you're in that Great Rift Valley. And a lot of that early on, when the earth was kind of breaking up, you know what I'm saying? And India, and that's another thing, that India used to be a part of Africa. You see, that's why they call it the subcontinent. It broke away from Africa. And so and it crashed into Asia, and that's why them Himalayan mountains over there are so tall. You see what I'm saying? Because of the crushing when they came together. And so you see that all these volcanoes in Africa, around Lake Victoria, and so you see here that's played a serious part in the creation story. When you start talking about even the Big Bang and shit and all of that, because you know what I'm saying. You got to imagine when there was nothing, and and the first thing you heard was the bang, but that's that explosion when that damn volcano go off. And the thing about volcanoes is that they symbolize the four elements of creation: fire, earth, and water. Why is that? Because most volcanoes are near water or around water. You see what I'm saying? If you go to the Pacific, you got the ring of fire. You see all those volcanoes. And why? And so when you understand that the lava represents what? It represents fire. You see? And when it come up, you see, and it busts through. You see what I'm saying? Through the top of the volcano. And usually, like I say, it's around water. And so when that lava come down, right, it hits the water. And what happened? It creates steam, you see, which is symbolic of air, you see. And then when it cools, what happens? It becomes land. So you got fire, earth, and water. And so symbolically, the pyramid represents creation, the elements of creation, you see. And so much of what where you get when Ra set upon the primeval mound. And so that's what you get when they talk about the primeval mound that rose up out of the water. You see what I'm saying? And Ra set on the primeval mound. That's a volcano. You see, that was a volcano. And even when you start talking about the lake of fire and all of these things, and a lot of people believe that, hell, the Africans did not have no hell. You understand, like what you think of the European. This was more of a baptism, to purify the soul. And so they so wicked, they believe everybody wicked like them. We ain't had no people burned and shit and all like that. This was a baptism, and you hear about it even in the scriptures where he say the first baptism in the water, the second baptism will be by fire. You see what I'm saying? So the lake of fire is a baptism. And so you see here again the river, you see in fire, and you can see it leading out to what? To water. You see? And so this is one of the elements, and understandably from the geological origins of the pyramid. None of these other groups got no geological history that would tie them to the pyramid. Okay, and so when you look, these are the three largest right here. You see Khufu. You can kill the dates because goddamn well, you know what I'm saying. Now this is just shocking. You see what I'm saying? You got Khufu, Khafra, Menkaure, you see, and then you come down, you got the Bent Pyramid, Sneferu, you see, and you're talking about even at 2600 BC, they know damn well them pyramids is far older than that. They always trying to keep it in reference with the Bible, and so they create all these lies. Now, this is one, if you hear what I'm saying, this is one of the failures. You see, this was before these right here, you see. And so Khufu, and I might got a picture in there of him somewhere. That matter of fact, there he is right there. That little statue is Khufu. And I believe that might be the only little statue that done found the Khufu. Unless they got some here, you know what I'm saying? But that's him. He was the first king of the fourth dynasty. He was the first king of the fourth dynasty. His father, wait a minute, is that the fourth? That's right. His father was Sneferu was the last king of the third dynasty. You see, his father Sneferu was the last king, and his father built the first true pyramid, which is the Red Pyramid. Now, that's a pyramid, and it's freestanding too. Ain't no mounds up under it holding it up, you see. And so, but before this one was this one. See, they was still trying to develop the true pyramid. They was failing. You see, they was failing. Now, this one is this is Meidum. So when you this one is at Dashur, if I'm not mistaken. The Bent Pyramid of Meidum. So when you talking about Meidum and you come back up, do they got Meidum? I'm trying to see where it's at. Let me see. Oh, here you go. Now, if you're over here, you see Maydoom right here. And then Dashur is up here. So you see right here at Maydoom, this is where you got the bent. Matter of fact, I done jumped over. Let me deal with this right. Because this is the first. Now, a lot of people call this a pyramid. And what it is for me, because I don't give nobody no slack. This is a multi-level mastaba. This is what it is. It's not a pyramid. It's a multi-level mastaba. Okay, it's in a step. Now you can call it a step pyramid for the so you want if you choose. But geometrically, it's not a pyramid. You see, a pyramid is smooth on all sides. It comes to a point. You see, and if they thought that it was, they would have left it like that. But they didn't. They kept developing. You see, and so this is the first one built by Imhotep for his king Zoser in the 3rd dynasty. Now, before that, let me see if I can let me see if I got all my stuff lined up here. Do I got the master bars in here? Do I got the master bars in here? See, I got it all. There's so much information, but if I run into it, that's all right. You just looking at the first level. If you look at the first level, that would be a master bar, just one level. You see, the first level would just, and that's where they started off with. And then Imhotep stacked them for the first time and made a skyscraper. You see, a multi-level, there's Zoser right there, who this pyramid was built for in the 3rd dynasty. And so that was according to the Cro-Magnon, 2668 to 2649 BCE. Okay, you cannot find none of this nowhere. Okay, in no damn Sumeria. You cannot find, because first things first, the Sumerians never built in stone. That's very clear. I don't even know how niggas get away with that. They never built in stone. All of their ziggurats were built with mud brick. And that's why you see that they didn't melt it down. Ain't nothing but mud mounds that's left. Okay, so they never developed to the level of the ancient Egyptians at all. Okay, I don't even see master bars or nothing. No, not even on one level. You see, that's from an aerial standpoint. Now let me see. I think I just saw some master bars. Matter of fact, here it is. Now that's a master bar. You know, that's a one level. You see them all around the pyramids. They got master bars. That's what they started with. And you can even see on that master bar right there, that's stone. You see, that's stone. Okay, do I got that Babylon? Where that wicked shit at? There it is. Let me see if I got some. If I got a ziggurat, so I can show you. Here a ziggurat is. That's a ziggurat. You see, Mesopotamia, the culture of mud. You see, so they built with mud, and that shit is all, and so they never, built in stone. Now, if you look at it today, because Saddam Hussein went over there and, tried to clean it up. He tried to clean it up. So when you look at it today, this is what it looked like. Let me throw this in here. Let me throw this in here so you see it. I don't even see how these niggas get away with that. You know what I'm saying? You even Sheikh Diop beat them up on that. So you see, this is what it looked like. But when they found it, this is what it looked like. You see, so they slick. I got the pictures where they out here. Matter of fact, here it is right here. You see, this is over there in Iraq, under Saddam Hussein. And that's when they laid them bricks around that shit. All that shit. So when they first found that shit, that's how it looked. And then they clean it up and give you the illusion that that's how it looked. No, that's some fairy tales. You know what I'm saying? That's fairy tale work. Matter of fact, If you go over there, shit, they got all the damn models, you understand, showing the Africans, you know, you ain't got no blocks like that on no shit like this. So in order for you to claim that Sumeria or any civilizations started Egypt, you got to show the development. How did it develop? We can show full development in Africa, every stage. Because after the step pyramid came the pyramid of Meidum. You see? And the killing part about it, if it came, listen, what is that? 1,050. I had to keep that so much. Let me see. Where's the maps at again? Let me go back to the maps. Matter of fact, they're on master bar right there. I done ran into another one. I got to spread out. I got to clean this up. So that's the master bar. That's what they had before Imhotep. And this is the step pyramid where they developed it. He started out as a master bar. If you look down in the dark brown, that's where he started, and then he kept enlarging it. You see what I'm saying? You see P1, he enlarged, then he went to P2. He kept enlarging it until it is what it is today. But, you know, so, you know, when you look at the, you know, even the burial up under, it's the same burial in the master bar is the same burial that's up under the pyramids. So even and then I could break it down to the pre-dynastic burials, how they relate to the master bar, how it keep developing. Them niggas is weak, man. They weak. I don't even understand how people still dealing with the falsification of what they trying to teach y'all. You see? And so, you know, this is killing the game right here, because this is the royal cemetery at Abydos. These are the first kings and queens. What civilization you know where you can go and find the first dynasty? You understand what I'm saying? What civilization? Go to India, go to China, go to Mesopotamia, go there and find the whole dynasty, all burials and shit. Go to Israel, go to anywhere you want to go and tell me where you can find all the graves. You understand what I'm saying? And look at the size of these graves. You see, look at the size. These is tombs. Now, I shouldn't say grave. These is tombs. And so you can see right here, you know, just look at how high, you know, and you see all of these is storage areas. So, you know, in each storage area, you got furniture, you got all type of vases, you got all type of scrolls, all type of jewelry. These is, you couldn't even get a grave. Like, man, do you know how much this was cost? You couldn't even get the littlest one today without paying thousands of dollars. So you see, this is very exquisite right here. Now look at this. Now, when you look at the pyramid field of Saqqara, you know, and you see, this is what it looked like, you know, when it laid out. Now, this is Babylon, which they've never found, a mud mound. And you can see that they are taken directly from Saqqara to try to formulate what Babylon would. You can even see the wall. You can even see the grooves in the wall. They done stole it all. You can see down there that they done stole the grooves out of the wall and everything. Okay, so that's a fabricated. This is Saqqara. You see, and you can look right over here where they done stole, you understand what I'm saying, the blueprint from out of Africa. Okay, again, showing you Khufu, but this is the first one now. Then you got some flaws in there, but I'm going to get back to the flaws. This is the first one, Zosier. Then you got Seneferu. Okay, this is the first true pyramid. They started here, 2 failures in between this one and this one to show you development. And then you see once Seneferu laid it out. That's so beautiful. That's one of the most beautiful pyramids in Egypt, in the world. That one right there, that red pyramid where I believe that granite came from Aswan, came from up out of Nubia, that red granite. You see what I'm saying? And then you got Khufu, that's his son, you know, and you can see he did something extraordinary. Both of them, you can go to any one of them. Matter of fact, I've been down in that one. I've been in the Red Pyramid, you see, and Khufu, you see. But this right here is just unbelievable, man. Unbelievable ain't even the word. Unbelievable ain't even the word. You feel me? You see, when you claim that, you got to show some development, man. You can't keep coming. You never built in stone. So when I hear niggas, that end the debate right there for me. You ain't never built in stone, and you talking about Sumer old. What would make you? Do you know how long it would take to develop the science to build something like this? And you let motherfuckers that got a mud mound, you let people tell you that civilization is older than this one. Man, you deserve anything you get. If you let a motherfucker talk you up out of some science, anybody with a damn elementary education know better than that. You can tell that whoever built these pyramids, man, they've been at it for thousands of years. You feel me? Let me get back to where I was. I think it was 1005. Yeah, we right here. And so, you know, after the pyramid of Khufu, then you had this one. This is the pyramid of Meidum. And it was a step pyramid also. You can see right here where they was trying to fill it in. You see what I'm saying? They were trying to make this one a true pyramid, but they didn't quite get it. You see what I'm saying? The outer casing fell down. You see what I'm saying? The outer casing fell down. I think this pyramid was started by Huni. I believe Sneferu tried to finish it, but you know, I guess the flaws was in it to where he couldn't do much. You see? And so that one is a failure. You know, it's a failure. You see, and then you got also the bent pyramid, you know, and they didn't get that one right, but they moving towards perfection. Here is all the flaws. You see the development in Africa. You don't see it nowhere else. And so if you're going to claim the pyramid, you got to show the failures. You got to show the development, how you got to that large pyramid. You can't just come in and claim the pyramid and think we're going to let you get away with that. Just ain't going to work. You see? And so, and then you got this one. This is a Harara, I believe. This is the Black Pyramid. This was built by Amenemhat, you see? And it was pretty large, but he might have used a lot. I believe he did use some mud on that. You know, he cut some corners. You understand? He cut some corners, and you know that's what's left of it. But I'm quite sure the one thing about the Egyptians is that even if he did, he probably had some granite up under that motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? To where, you know, when you go down in it, you see the burial chamber. Usually the burial chamber on all the pyramids was exquisite. So even if they didn't have enough money to invest like on the outer, they most definitely invested in the inner and where they burial was at. You know, many of them, they, you know, was exquisite up under there. And so that's, you know, so when we start talking about what the pyramids are, they represent the volcanoes. And if when you look at where I was showing you how they look to the south for their heaven, that's facts. They look to the south. When you look to the Milky Way and you look to Orion, you look into South Africa. They look to the south. They didn't look towards Samaria. They didn't look towards no Greece or no Rome. They looked towards South Africa. And in that sky that you see above South Africa in the southern hemisphere is where their heaven was. That's where they went. So when you look to and when you refer back that they called the southern lands the lands of the gods, you understand it was their holy land. Egypt was the holy land, but up south was the holy land to the Egyptians. That was their holy land. You see? And so they recreated the Holy Land in stone right there in Egypt. The temples, you see the papyrus swamp. When you come in, when you see when you got hyper-style halls, and you look up and you see the papyrus, that represent the papyrus swamps. You understand? Them is swamps in there that they rep. So when the temples is like maps, you understand what I'm saying? That lead them. And when you go deep, when you go up into the interior of the temple, each time you go up into the temple, like in a different, you keep going into the interior, you will start rising. You know, the levels of the pyramid, the floor of the pyramid will start rising as you go into the interior, because what it's doing is showing you as you go up the river, you're going into the highlands, and the deeper you go in, when you get to the Holy of Holies, that represent the Ta-Netaru, the land of the gods. And right in that furthest room, the deepest room in the temple, that's where the Holy of Holies is located. And in there is where you see the statues of the deities that represent the beginning of the Nile. That's what it represents, family. And that was the Ta-Netaru. We just starting. We're gonna go deeper and deeper into this. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to, getting warmed up, getting into my primacy. I'm still cold-blooded, but now I'm trying to get into my primacy. I'm pulling out all my, my lectures and things. I got to clean them up, tighten them up. And so as we move forward, man, we're going to have some beautiful times this year. We're going to have some beautiful times, y'all. Don't miss out. That's all I could tell you. We moving to the next lecture. We got two hot ones still on deck. Don't you go nowhere, because if you do, you're gonna be like, damn. What up, Patai? See you in the house, brother. See you in the house, brother. Yeah, okay. Wondering where you was. All right, move on to the next presentation, family. This is the general saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.